Breeze Nation, what is good? Pat the Designer back in the building. Appreciate you guys for tuning in and showing up for another episode of the Windy City Breeze Sports Talk Live. We got Ringo J, as always, round the squad. Brody Bro in the building. The super producer, Joel Holt.
Who, me?
In the back. Ooh, look at it. That was a multifaceted. Okay. We're a little dark out here, man. We're still trying to get everything set up, but we had to go live for this
mic's off. I'm saying connect to the mics.
Do you know how the mics connected?
I don't know.
It sounds like the mics connected.
Can you hear us out there, people?
Can you hear us? Can y'all hear us? Let me hear what it sounds like.
Audio issues. It sounds
like mic is not on. Hold on. Go to the settings and restring. Maybe make the restring settings. Tweak that on us, man.
I see second PC with the light. Check. 1, 2, 2.
Hit my mic.
That's your mic?
Hit my mic. Hold on. Hit the hit the this is technical difficulties you gotta go through with a new studio, man. But we gonna break it down. Give us a second here. Go hit the gear, Joel, and go to audio and see if the sound is selected. It might just be because of that. It might be echoing a little bit too. You know, we gotta get stuff set up.
How about we want this one?
Test.
Tippity
Test. Test. Are we sounding better now? We sounding better?
Tippity.
We sounding good? We sounding great?
How about now?
Are we sounding live? Y'all let us know, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love to another episode of the Windy City Breeze Sports Talk Daily. Like I said, everybody in the stew. Pat the Designer, Ringo J, super producer Joel Holt. We got AD over there as well. He ain't got a camera yet. He's actually just dark. No, I'm just playing. But hey, man, we got some big news going on here. He was behind Joel the whole time. Y'all just didn't see him. But no, we got some big news. After 24 hours, ladies and gentlemen, the Bears removed Chase Claypool from the PUP list. All right, thank you very much. It's not big news at all. Very interesting move here. Basically, they removed him from the PUP list they put him on the PUP list because of minor tweaks that happened during an off-season workout, so they didn't want him to. I don't know what happened. I wish I could explain to y'all what happened.
It's provocative. It gets the people going.
It's provocative. It gets the people going. I guess that's really all it is. But at the end of the day, Chase Claypool is good to go for training camp. He's going to be back in the building. There were a lot of names on the list that we thought were going to be able to step up. But, I mean, at the end of the day, I like this because this gives Chase Claypool the opportunity to work with Justin Fields in training camp. We saw last year how if Chase Claypool or whoever wasn't in training camp with Justin really wasn't getting the football. Mm-hmm. So I think that this is going to be big for that reason. What are you guys' expectations on Claypool realistically this season? Remember, the super producer was not very high on Chase Claypool when he came.
Stop saying that.
You literally are in the clip saying no. You're literally in the clip saying no.
You're taking it out of context. No matter what proof you think you have on me.
we have pretty good proof.
What I was saying was I didn't necessarily want to give up draft picks, but my point was that it never really works when you make an in-season trade. So like everybody's dumping on this guy like he should be an all-pro. Like no, it takes months, mini camp, training camp, all that stuff to get into sync. So no, it wasn't that I necessarily hated on the guy. I just felt like, we gave up a second round, so I wasn't crying about it. But he needs more time. So this is make or break for him.
I do agree with that. I think this is going to be very make or break for for Chase Claypool. I mean, listen, I heard some people saying he was going to have a breakout season by getting 800 yards. His best season is 860. And we have literally, I mean, what are we talking about here? 17 games now? Yep. 1,000-yard season is basically 66 yards a game. You should be able to get 1,000-yard season out of Chase Claypool this year.
Yeah, I mean, I think what it is last year comes in middle of the season, and they basically told you, even Darnell Mooney vouched for him, like he really doesn't know the playbook. Him and Mooney were kind of going over things, and like you said, if these guys weren't in practice or in training camp with Justin, I mean, you pretty much weren't getting the ball. I expect him to step up because this is kind of sort of a big name that they traded for. They gave away the first round pick as it stands, and I feel like with him, DJ Moore, and Darnell Mooney, he's going to be able to definitely get some targets. So it's on him to kind of figure it out and see what he's going to be able to do.
Yeah.
Hey, can we make a TV timeout real quick?
What's good?
We know Breeze Nation, we're working out the kinks. We definitely are going to get some brighter lights in here. So we know it's a little dim.
Yeah, we good.
No, you know what?
It's
You know what it
okay.
is.
We're
You know what
on
it
the-
is. I respect it from the Breeze Nation because they literally are just like, I expect better from y'all.
No,
I expect
Hey,
better. Hey, it's a work in progress.
this has
baby.
been a journey. Okay,
This has been a journey to get into the studio. We wanted to go live on this news. Plus, we were down here already.
I wanted to wait, but Pat wants to go now, and I'm
Hey,
like,
well,
hey,
listen. At the end of
hey.
it, here's the thing. I said I like to set deadlines and meet deadlines. Yeah, I mean, I like to set deadlines and meet deadlines. We said that we were going to go live training camp week. We're live training camp week, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to add some lights into this mug. There's still a little bit of work in progress. Y'all can't even see over here. There is literally just piles and piles of old style cans. No, I'm just kidding. But it's just bottles of Malort everywhere. It's just crazy in here. How do you think we got to this point? No, honestly, we appreciate you guys for rocking with us through all the kinks. I mean, we came here to talk some sports. Let's break this down because training camp literally is starting on Wednesday. Right. Quick background, right? Quick, y'all got me saying background. Quick breakdown of what your expectation is coming into this training camp. What are the guys that you're looking at focusing in most coming into this training camp? What's your assessment of it?
I think my assessment of it, like the two people that I'm looking for instantly to step up is DJ Moore and DJ Moore and Darnell Mooney. DJ Moore because we've obviously seen what he's been doing in Carolina. Dude's been putting up that 1,000-yard years. With we could say subpar quarterbacks. Yeah. Sam Donald's been seeing ghosts.
Subpar is high praise.
I'm trying to give him a little bit.
Subpar is high praise.
But then you come in, you finally get Justin, and it seems like, especially for those two guys in general, Justin's pretty much been working with them in the offseason as well. So I'm expecting a 1,000-yard year out of DJ Moore, and Mooney was already kind of his third down guy, I would say. Last year, already got it. He was coming to try to make the big play as of last year. So I expect two really great seasons out of those guys.
What are you expecting, Joe? What are you expecting from training camp this year?
Training camp, just come out healthy. Hopefully, learn this offense. I don't think Claypool's. First of all, I think unless Justin Fields becomes to make the leap from where he was to last year, he has to go right to the Pro Bowl. If he's talking 4,000 yards, he has to get 4,000 yards passing to get Claypool 1,000, let alone DJ Moore, let alone Cole Kmet, let alone, so I just hope he comes away mastering the offense a lot better than, where he was last year.
No cap. And I mean, I think this is the thing that really stands out for me is that's my expectation of Justin. You should be, and I know people are really looking at me crazy when I say stuff like this, but Justin Fields should be a 38 to 4,000 yard passer. Justin Fields should be a 30 touchdown quarterback. Justin Fields should be he should be able to get Chase Claypool 1,000 yards. He should be able to have 1,300 yards for DJ Moore. That's what number one wide receivers are giving you in the NFL, left and right. Regular quarterbacks are giving you 3,800 to 4,000 yards. We did a list of it. I want to say there's 8 or 9 guys. I think there was 9 guys in the NFL. No, there's 8 guys that threw 4,000 yards plus. 1 guy threw 5,000. 12 teams in the NFL have had 5,000 yard passers. Bears haven't had a 4,000 yard passer yet. This is an expectation for me. When I'm looking at what Justin Fields can do on the field, yeah, he was a passing quarterback in college. I expect him to be a passing quarterback here with protection, with a defense that's going to put him in better positions. And to me, with now a number one true wide receiver and hearing that Chase Claypool is going to be able to work with him, that shouldn't be a crazy thing to say. That Justin Fields should be a 4,000 yard passer this season. I don't get the baby steps into this anymore. He's not a baby step quarterback.
This is
no, he's not. But it's just hopefully it looks like we have some things put in place right now where for the first time in a very long time, we have, I think, an offensive identity. We've always maintained a defensive identity for the last 20, 30 years, right? The scheme that we try to run. For offense, it's been very, I don't know what Ron Turner's offense was, a balanced offense. John Shute was a joke.
Yeah.
We ran through all those OCs with, Lovey. And so we had a passing coordinator with Mike Tice and a running coordinator. Like, we finally have a run zone scheme, similar to what the 49ers and the Packers. So we now know what the personnel should be to fit that scheme. So hopefully Fields just needs to master it. So he has the tools now. He's got the guys.
I like this comment that Trey threw out. He said, it's not going to happen without a solid left tackle. That is one of the things that I'm really looking closely at heading into training camp. I do still have a lot of questions on Braxton Jones. I'm not going to lie. The main of them is the bull rush, though, which basically means is your technique right. And from what we've heard from Olin Kreutz, who's been working with him, he's done a great job at improving his technique. If I tell him to do something, he's able to do it right away. It's not taking a long time for him to have to adjust to it. And has he gotten stronger? And I think most people that have seen him would say he's gotten stronger. So, like, those are the two things really that I'm looking at, especially if it's a bull rush situation. I think that's the part where we saw him struggle the most last season, where you're going up against Myles Garrett. I mean, he went up against some dogs last season on that left side, and we saw them basically just go, I'm going to move you right back into Justin, and you're going to run over your own quarterback. I don't even have to sack that guy. But I do have some questions on Braxton Jones heading into this training camp, because y'all know I wanted Broderick Jones coming out of college.
Oh yeah, no, definitely, and I'm looking at it, and I've said this from basically since the draft started. The Bears were second in the league in QB hits. My bad, second in the league in QB hits. Josh Allen was number one. Like, as good as Justin was on his legs, with his legs last season. There isn't going to be, like, you're not going to be able to keep them upright. You're not going to be able to keep them upright. And I think that if those guys come back better, stronger, faster, better technique, and every single one of the guys on the offensive line has said and came out and said, yo, I've came back better, the offense will be able to make some noise. Even to Joel's point with the defensive scheme, Tremaine Edmonds, TJ Edwards, Sanborn, this defense is going to be able to wrap up and tackle these guys like we've been asking for about 4 years now?
Yeah.
So I mean, you pair that, you got that with Brisker, Eddie Jackson looks like he's refreshed. Yeah, I'm expecting big things from this season.
See, you've been listening to too much Drake out here. I talk about I'm expecting big things. Now you've been listening to too much Drake out here.
I would say
listening to the freestyle.
Yeah, man. Big things.
Oh, by the way, we haven't gotten a chance to do this because the Daily Show is back. Over 100 in the chat.
100. But yeah, man.
Hit that like button, subscribe to the page.
But see,
shout out to Tanner real quick for the super chat. Tanner sent us a super chat. Said Joel's right. We had coordinators for coordinators. The carousel was crazy, bro.
Quarterback, carousel, all of it. But see, I think we need to temper our expectations, fellas. Like, this team is hopefully getting out of the basement, and then maybe just 10-7 on a good year. Like, they're going to ascend. This should be the maturation.
Wait, you're
process.
saying, like, if they play their best, we're 10-7?
I think so.
That's a great season.
I know that's not great.
That's a great from 3.
No, we've done
from 3.
That's right, but like, I don't want people because 4,000 yards passing, and then this defense needs to do this. That we're a couple pieces away from really competing. So, like, that sounds like 13-3 talk. It's like, just get better. And hopefully everybody can come out of this. Like, to your point, my problem is, like, with Justin Fields, if this dude does not become like the next kind of like Michael Vick in Philly, the Philly Michael Vick, where they're able to use his athletic ability and then allow him to, like, really that's the whole point. He can extend plays. Braxton Jones needs to just be okay enough to keep somebody off of him.
Yeah.
What's our rookie again?
Darnell Wright.
Darnell Wright. Like, we just need to now. Hopefully, they give him a real line. I mean, the best we've ever seen of a line is what Tom Brady.
I mean, who's the Jason Kelsey on the line? You don't got the Jason Kelsey or the Lane.
We don't know. It might be the rookie here. It could be Braxton in his
listen,
third year.
You took him. What we take him 11th. We took him 11th overall. He better be the rookie.
Yeah.
Listen, you took a rookie 11th. You took a rookie offensive lineman 11th overall. And here's the thing. I think that my concern isn't with him on the right side. I think even if he does struggle, right? If Darnell Wright does struggle, Justin can see that side. So if the right side of the line, right, Darnell's doing his thing and maybe a guy gets away from him, collapses a little bit, blah, blah, blah. Justin can go, oh, snap, boom, I can get up out of here, take off. We can get the job done. From the left side, you don't have that luxury. Now, the one thing that we did want to point out, I think somebody in the comments pointed it out as well, is that the Bears are in a situation now where you've also got Tevin Jenkins over there. And to me, having Tevin Jenkins over there is really going to add to what Braxton Jones can do.
Healthy at that.
And that's the real question. I keep saying this. I keep telling people this, like, how healthy is Tevin going to be? That's the question. Nobody questions Tevin's talent. I've never sat here and said Tevin Jenkins is not a talented tackle. I think that's why he can move to so many spots. He can play left tackle, left guard, right tackle. To me, the question is, can Tevin stay healthy? That's another major thing coming out of his training camp. I don't think he's finished a training camp yet, has he?
Maybe, but it takes.
Because last year
he got hurt. He got put on.
It's 5 guys though.
Like an attitude. It was like an attitude.
Well, that was a whole different thing. He didn't want to be a guard last year. He didn't want to be a guard. That's what that was.
But the thing is that it's 5 guys. If the other guys are not doing your job, you overextend yourself, you're going to get hurt. You need all those guys to play well.
Yeah.
It takes at least 4 to 5, if not all 5, to do well. Because once you got that weak link, it's a wrap.
I think the fact that you add in Nate Davis to that line, you're adding Darnell Wright on the right side, Tevin on the left side if he can stay healthy.
2 tight ends.
Yep, 2 tight ends.
The 2 tight ends is a thing that nobody.
I mean,
and they can catch. I mean, Tanya.
And here's the real thing: is one of my biggest questions out of this is after training camp, is Cole Kmet your starting tight end?
He should be.
I don't think he is.
What?
I think Robert Tonyan is going to take his job.
Nah.
Robert Tonyan knows the system already. Back of his hand, he's going to come in with a quarterback who's going to be able to sling it. He's got a really good catch radius. He's got really good size. Now, he doesn't have – I think Cole Kmet probably has a little bit more agility and speed than he does. But I don't think that Cole Kmet's your starting tight end at the end of this training camp. I hope that he is. I hope that he's getting his master's from tight end U out here.
I think
he's on year 5 now.
I think they're the same guy.
Thank George Kittle. That man got his master's. Then he's got his master's. Then he's got his master's.
He got his master's at tight end U, so he got to be doing something.
I think they're twins. They're the same player to me. They're almost interchangeable. And he doesn't stand above, and he doesn't.
Cole can't block though.
Cole
can't block.
I mean,
finally
Tonyan can block.
Finally, he said we was beefing about that for a minute.
Were we beefing?
Because you kept saying no, he can block.
Well,
ball.
no.
Like,
Here's my issue with what Cole was. It wasn't Cole. It was the fact that we were expecting Cole to be an offensive lineman. Like we were like, Cole can block, and it was like, but it's a lot harder to block when the dude on the right side fall over.
I was like, nah.
I don't know, man. On the defensive side, what are you guys looking at? What are you excited about heading into training camp here? What are you concerned about heading into training camp on the defensive side?
I'm the grumpy old man. We're not ready yet. So, I mean, I'd like to see – I got my safety. You know, we finally got a safety.
You got both safeties.
Yeah, I like our secondary.
I love our secondary.
The linebacker's okay. I mean, I think we
second best linebacker core
have,
according to who's that? PFF.
I think we have the secondary and linebackers, and our D line is very questionable. Hopefully, the 2 rookies can do something. You know, but I would love to get a rehash of Tommy Harris and what's the name?
I like how Steve-O said it. Cole can block. He just rather not.
yeah. Oh, okay, Steve-O.
Yeah, I mean. But no, I think that here's my question to everybody. How do we know that this line can't rush the passer? If I'm not mistaken, I believe we have 3 guys on this defensive line right now that had 7 sacks last year. That we added. All that we added.
What's the high? What's the high for like sacks on the defensive line? Like, you know, when you do
Bears
fantasy
all time.
No, just like a
I was
good.
gonna say 18 and a half. Robert Quinn. 2 years ago.
That's one guy. But if the team is getting 45, 60 sacks, like what the top defenses kind of average, like Buffalo, Dallas.
Your best guys will have 10 and a half. 10 and a half, 11 sacks.
We remember those guys, but it's the accumulative.
The glue guys.
Right. So if they're getting 7 or 5, like how many? I wonder what's a good barometer. I forget. Is it 40 sacks for the team?
Oh, okay. So
you're saying how many sacks
for the whole team? If that's a good,
I mean, good is 35 to 40.
Right. So
good is 35 to 40. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, the year 2018 with Khalil Mack, what do we have? 56?
Yeah, Levante over there talking about 12 and 15.
20.
Well, 12 to 15 a person.
Okay.
He's saying like for your best.
2018.
No, 12 to 15 is, hey, look, 12 to 15 is Micah Parsons. You know what I mean? Like Aaron
That's
Donald.
all time.
Yeah, that's a little different, dog. 12, if we got 12 to 15, we're good. Ryan Poles in the chat.
Hey.
Ryan, what's good, brother? Last time Ryan Poles
What's up with
Last time Ryan Poles was in a live chat, we traded for Chase Claypool. It's been a while since we went live. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I've arrived, brother.
Right? I miss this, man.
Hey, we salute you.
We salute
Ryan.
you, King Poles. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I missed being live like this, man. I will agree with you. My biggest concern on the defensive side is going to be, it is going to be the defensive line. And you know what? It's not going to be the defensive line. I take that back. It's the depth. That's my biggest concern. Yeah. I think we have great starter names. But who is our 4th linebacker?
We're going to find out.
No. We already know who it is. Our 4th best linebacker on the team right now is who?
I don't know. No, who?
Noah Sewell.
Bro.
That's a problem.
Yo.
We got 3. We got Edmonds.
Edmonds, Edwards, Sanborn, and then but
and who?
Sewell's a gem though. Sewell's a gem.
He might be, but here's the thing: we don't know what he is, and we already feel like he's our 4th best linebacker on the. Like that's a problem. That's what I love the starting names. I love the right, but here's the thing: this is football, right? This is football. So guys get hurt. So guess what? As much as I love what Eddie Jackson can do or what Jalen Johnson can do, I hate Kendall Vildor being next.
You got
I just do. You know what I mean? The depth on this team, to me, is the most concerning thing coming out of training camp. Because even, I should say, just on the defense. Because on the offense, right? Like when we thought we lost Claypool, nobody was like, "Oh my God, it's over."
Right.
But on the defense, like, think about it. If we lose Jalen Johnson, Tyreek Stevenson's your number 1 DB on your team, and he's a rookie. Because you probably want to keep Kyler Gordon in the slot. You might move him, but
I would just love to see that. What's our rookie from Florida? The new DT.
Javon Dexter.
Yeah, that's who I care about. Honestly,
Javon Dexter's gonna be
if he's not the new anchor for this defensive line, I mean, all I'm seeing is the blueprint of the Tampa Bay, our old Bears, and the Colts. If like the blueprint is there of seeing this type of team that they're building. So if he's not that, Warren Sapp, Tommy Harris, I forgot the defensive tackle from the Colts, but if we're seeing
Reggie
glimpses, Reggie White was on the Packers.
DeForest Buckner.
Oh no, I am tweaking.
Buckner's now, but I'm talking about the Peyton Manning Colts, the Super Bowl Colts, like the Dwight Freeney, the other guy, but I can't think. Anyways, that's what I want to see. I see we've seen success in this defense before.
Yeah.
So hopefully we have the pieces, and it looks like we're getting there really quick.
Yeah.
The key is, like when we talked about like in that video, the top 10 with the Bears, like the issue with the 06 squad was that they couldn't continually draft and replenish. So hopefully we see that happens. Like, these guys that come in, are we actually able to, get players and then replenish and keep drafting and keep doing well?
No, 100%. That's how you build the best teams. you continually are able to build on your draft class. I think this is a very pivotal. Shut up. I went to high school. Very
sound effects. God dang it.
pivotal draft for the Chicago Robert Mathis.
Shout out to my
Pivotal
man.
shout out to Timmy L. King. How did we all miss
I
that?
said Mathis. Oh no, I didn't.
No, you
I
said Freeney.
and
You said
and
Freeney.
I had Mathis in my brain.
Because
I saw
that's literally the order you always do it in. No lie. Like it's
Yeah.
always Freeney, Mathis.
Yeah. What up, Rick? What up, Rick? 66.
But no, I think that what the heck was I saying, dog? He done made me forget when I saw Robert Mathis. It's a very pivotal because this is the first time that Ryan Poles is going to be able to build on his draft class that he had last season, right? We got our Jaquan Brisker. We've got a guy in Kyler Gordon that I really think is going to be, pretty good for the Bears. And then all of a sudden right now, if you can add in a Javon Dexter, if you can add in a Zach Pickens, I'm very excited by that combination, especially seeing as how a guy like Javon Dexter is going from playing in a dual penetration type system, right, where he's got to worry and wait and not just go to a system where he just gets to go.
Yeah.
He's going back to a penetrating style defense. Now, all of a sudden, he's going back to the defense that had him ranked higher. It ranked as the best defensive player in the country coming out of high school. And then first season, he's killing. Second season, everything happens at Florida Wild. That 30 finally dropping. And now all of a sudden, he gets an opportunity to go.
Hey, that Jalen Carter stuff didn't age well.
But I was just gonna bring that up though. Like Howie, like he goes out and he looks, and I the biggest thing last year with the Eagles was like, yo, bro, they're nice, but that D line's getting older. He was like, all right, watch this. Like I already pretty much got half of the guys from Florida. Now it's time to go get. Georgia. Now it's time to go get the other half. Went out. They got a whole new young fresh D line. And I feel like you were saying, Poles can essentially do the same thing to that effect because it's like, okay, now like we got Gordon. He's gonna be in the slot.
Yeah.
Our linebackers are still man young. If they're able to even show something solidly on defense, like the same thing I said last year will still apply to this year. Mugs are gonna want to line up, to play on that D line and go along with those middle linebackers and those safeties. Because Jaquan Brisker, Kyler Gordon, and I think Pickens are all gonna be like gems for them sooner or later. It's gonna take a minute, but
Pickens excites me because he's massive and
definitely
fast.
got them in the right direction.
Hey yo, listen. I will take a picture of that's a tech. I'm out of here. AD's giving me the tech from the back there.
You're not.
Hey, listen. There's no other way to say it. Like when you see this man at training camp, dog, he's a monster of a man. And he's getting that you got to say that right. Ryan Poles is in the chat, has said that he has there's no good way to say this.
Zoom in on Pat.
There's no good way to say this. There's no good way to say this.
See it closer.
Ryan Poles is basically said that he still is growing and will be able to maintain speed while gaining more size. There's no good way to say it. What do you want me to do? You're so childish. He can't even breathe.
We're all children. Nah, man.
No, don't blame me. I did not go down this path. Steve-O, hey yo.
Hey man, but it's everything. It's all pluses, man.
Here go renewable.
Oh,
here go renewable. You got y'all already know how renewable.
Wow. Oh wow. Hey man. Hey man, he got it.
Baki said the new Stu and Pat starting already.
Hey man.
Hey man, listen, it's sports. What y'all want me to say, dog?
The point is that there's optimism this year. It's not Super Bowl goals, but at least they will compete.
They will compete. 100%.
And I think the city will be buzzing because we have something to look forward to.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, listen, at the end of the day, if you can everything, all you need in football is a chip in the chair, right? Nobody picked Jacksonville to beat the Chargers last year until, they piddle down their legs as they always do, because in true Chargers fashion, moving the city didn't change the fact that on the goal line there will be a pick six thrown by whoever the quarterback is, Phillip Rivers, Justin Herbert, however that goes. You know what I mean? So for me, if you can get to a point where you are a 9-win team in this division, and this is why right now I think it's so important to get off on the right foot and stay healthy, because that allows Justin to be able to work with all of his guys in that offense to be potent like it was in the second half of the season last year. And now you're adding a defense in that actually can get some stops. I think Detroit is the class of the division, but I don't think they're going to be that much ahead of us.
They're not the
And
class.
I'm a
10-win team.
I'm gonna say
Maybe 11. They might get 11, but 10-win team for sure to me.
And I'm gonna say this too. I think the thing that we're missing is the fact that we don't know what CJ's injury is gonna be. They just
we do have some injury updates.
C-
CJ Gardner, Sauce Gardner, basically.
Nah, you can't get CJ Gardner Johnson Sauce is Sauce is like that. But he's hurt. Jameson Williams is gonna be out 6 games. So I mean, if you're the Bears, realistically, I mean, obviously we all think Jordan Love is. We don't know what that's gonna be.
Yeah.
It's like either he's a bust or the Packers got another franchise QB for the next 15 years. They need to hit the ground running coming out this season if they're going to do anything. And I honestly believe that they can with the schedule that they got.
That's the thing. I think that the Bears setup now is not. It's not hard to see them how they can find 8 wins, 9 wins.
No, they have talent. We finally have stockpiled talent, and there's no reason for this team not to excel. I mean, if they can come out the gate like 3-2 the first 5 games, 3-2.
Well, that's the thing. They've literally started. I think the last 5 seasons they've been 3-4, 4-3, 3-5.
I got them.
You know what I mean?
5 first 10.
No, I think that it's the whole point is that you talk about Detroit. This is the crazy thing. The Bears actually could probably surprise everybody and really exceed all expectations because the division is not really that strong.
Yeah.
It's just that it's not that Detroit is really that great. They're okay. So you have a whole bunch of okay teams. All 4, what is it? The Vikings, Packers, Lions, and
Bears
are all
they're okay.
They're all in
NFC
they're
North
all in the
is not
same.
strong.
So someone could come out of that.
The Lions have the strongest asset that is already set up out of anybody in the NFC North and possibly in the NFL with the offensive line. That's the one thing that I will give them, and that means a lot. So it's really about, are they going to, like everybody's sitting there and just writing off that they're going to get blown out and smoked by Kansas City. And I'm like, listen, like, who's sacking Jared Goff?
I mean,
the Chiefs don't have a great defense. And
you want to know something crazy? I think that the Bears got enough offense to keep up with KC.
They might. We don't know.
I got to see it. I got to see that.
Wait. When did we play them? I forget.
Week 2 or 3.
Okay.
We talked about it. Justin's coming out with something to prove.
That's a trap game. If it's that early, no one
knows.
No one knows.
Justin is coming out with something to prove.
Yeah.
And that game's in.
That game's early. I believe that's
game's in Chicago, right?
No, it is in Arrowhead. The game.
It's in Arrowhead. I think.
Yeah, in Arrowhead, but that's.
Yeah, I think
that's a tough win, dog. I don't care what time of year it is. That's week 3. You got Packers, Buccaneers. I think the Bears can win both of those games. Then you head to the Chiefs. Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. If you beat the Packers, the Buccaneers, and you find a way to beat the Chiefs,
I don't think they're gonna do that. But that's a 2-on-1 possibility.
But those are the seasons, right? Like, think about it. Those are the seasons where, and granted, I think we're a season away from that. That's how you get the 06 Bears.
Right.
Remember, nobody expected 06 Bears. When we start off 6-0, 5-1, right?
They were 8-0. They
06?
Yeah,
we were 8-0.
Yeah, 8-0. Because the 6 they barely won against the Cardinals.
Nobody thought that they were going to come out and do that. And it was that start to the season that propelled them a long way. Now, granted, they had it was a little bit disappointing season before, but again,
Well, why?
Rex was hurt.
Why
They
did
had an okay season.
Yes, but why did they go? They had a balanced offense. They had one of the best rushing attacks with the line the line was great, and then no one expected Rex to do what he did until they figured out watching the tape. So that's the thing. If Justin Fields comes out the gate firing, now once those coordinators start adjusting to him and get enough tape on him for this, hopefully this iteration of what we see.
Yeah.
If that's the next level. Will he be able to be able to out scheme those guys or make the plays needed against the defenses?
But see, I think even to your point, right? I think that's where it comes in now. That I don't even think it's so much on Justin. That shows me now. Okay, like we spent a first round pick on Chase Claypool. Let's see what we got. DJ Moore. We traded the first pick for DJ Moore. Darnell Mooney's coming back healthy. Now it's on them. I need y'all to go make a play.
Yeah.
At that point, and I seriously think that they can come out and do it. And my thing is, it's just how fast it's just about how fast they're learning in training camp. Honestly, it all goes back to training camp. But I think you can get a out of the first 3 games. I think you can get a 2-1 start. I think you can get a 2-1 start. The Tampa Bay game, I think it's going to be a little rough because you got that D line.
Still got that D line, and they'll be healthy.
And Baker actually has a line with 2 number 1 receivers.
Yeah, it's Baker though.
But it's Baker.
But you got to get pressure on Baker. That's the thing. Baker will be Baker, but you have to get pressure on Baker. Javon Dexter got to be in the flow by then. DeMarcus Walker's got to be in the flow by then. I mean,
yeah.
But hey, I mean, first daily show back in the new stew. We'll see you guys back here tomorrow, hopefully a little bit earlier because the super producer is tired. No, I'm just playing. Hopefully a little bit earlier tomorrow. We're going to try and get a schedule set out. Today was still a lot of setup. As y'all can see, we still have a lot of setup to go, but we appreciate you guys for rocking with us, man. I think we got a pretty dope product going on here. Super producer right there. Look at him, man. He's a proud producer right now. He's a proud producer. He's a very proud. We told him let him do his thing, and he did his thing. He was mad at me for meeting the deadline.
I'm a little mad. Hey, we're just trying to get better.
He was more so mad at the person who didn't order the lights. But hey, as always, it's your boy Pat the Designer. Back at it again. He wanted them TVs back. He wanted the TVs back. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the page. We will be out at Camp Vern. I'll be out at training camp. So if anybody's out at training camp, come say what up to me. I'll be out there. We'll be recording the Chicago Bears podcast from out there. We have so much content coming you guys' way now. So we're going to have clips dropping. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Chicago Bears Breeze over on YouTube. Make sure that you guys subscribe to the Chicago Bulls Breeze and everything that everybody on the team is doing for Ringo J and the super producer Joel Holt and AD back in the cut in the darkness. I'm your host, Pat the Designer, back at it again. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Peace.